Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my third lesson of application of laws of logarithms in numerical calculation. Book is Punjab Textbook Board Class 9 Science Group, and students, in this class we will be discussing exercise 3.4 question number 1, and question 1 says use the log tables to find the value of the given situations. For better understanding of this exercise, you should have the clear understanding of that what is the characteristic and what is mantissa, and how to take the logarithm of the given number, and how to take the anti-log of the given number, and what are the laws of logarithm for multiplication and division, and what is the power law of logarithms. If you are not clear about these all points, or you are catching us late, or you have missed the previous class, I will be giving the link of the lesson in the description box so that you can watch and understand those all lessons properly, so that you can have the good idea of this exercise, because this is one of the most important exercises of your board examination, and you can get the long question from these all questions. So must watch the lessons given in the description box for better understanding of these all lessons. So let's move to question number 1, and part is 6, and let me confirm the data from the book. Question 1.6 part says that we have to use log tables to find the value of cubic root of 0.7214 multiplied by 20.37 upon 60.8. Okay. Now recall that what has to be the first step. So the first step is that we have to suppose that this number equals to either x or y. It is your choice, it's not the hard and fast, but you must have to suppose that this number equals to x. Let x equals to, I will be going really slow because these questions are a problem for some of my students, and at this stage class 9 is too young to understand these all concepts. So this will become 7214 multiplied by 20.37 and upon 60.8 and the cubic root. Students, you can see that I have done nothing here. I am just supposing that this number equals to x, and the second step is that we have to take the log on both sides. Log of x equals to, now in this step what we can do is that we can write the question 7214 multiplied by 20.37 upon 60.8, and this index can be turned in form of the fraction 1 by 3, and I have to write the log on both sides. So I have taken log on both sides, and now you can see the question is containing a fraction and the power as well, and in the numerator we have the product of terms. So which law of logs we are going to apply? There are a total of 3 laws that we are going to apply before this exercise. I advise it to all of my students, please, you should have the good command on the laws of logarithm. So first of all, what we are going to do is that we have to apply the properties or the laws of log. That first I have to bring this power down 1 by 3. I will be doing all of these steps because these are the important questions of the board exams. 0.7214 multiplied by 20.37 divided by what? 60.8. Here we have applied only one law of logarithm, that I am bringing this power down, and now you can see, students, that I have to apply one more law here, that the question is in form of fraction. So I will be applying first the law of logarithms of fraction, that log of m over n, log of m over n will be equal to what? Log of m minus log of n, log of m minus log of n. So according to that, this will become log of 0.7214 multiplied by 20.37 and minus log of n, which is 60.8, log of 60.8. Now somehow the problem has solved, but look at this part, the numerator part. Numerator is the product of two numbers. So which law of logs I can write with pencil over here, that log of mn will be equal to, recall the law, that I have to take the log of the first number and then I have to take the log of the second number. So it will become 1 by 3 into log 0.7214 plus log 20.37 and minus log 60.8. So far students, we have done nothing. We have applied the laws of log, and now it's the time to take individual logs. Okay, so let me go to the discussion corner. Let me draw the line here, okay, so that my students should not mix working with other part. Suppose we are taking the number what, 0.7214. 0.7214, this is the number, and I need to take the log of this. We know that the log of any number consists of how many parts? Characteristic and mantissa. Characteristic can be positive, can be negative, but mantissa is a decimal part and it has to be always positive. Now how to write down the characteristic? There are two ways of writing the characteristic. One is the scientific notation. They turn this number in the scientific notation powers of 10. I have to take 4 moves towards which side? Right hand side. So this will become 7214 multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 4. Now in the standard form, I have to bring the decimal here. So I need to take move the decimal 3 units to this side. So I have to multiply this by 10 raised to power 3. So I will have 10 raised to power minus 4 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3 or 10 raised to power minus 1. Or another thing, that we know that this number is less than 1. So the characteristic of this number will always be negative. This is the rule that we have learned, and the characteristic of the logarithm of the number which is less than 1 is always negative, and 1 more than the number of zeros, immediately after the decimal point of the number. Okay, as we are having no 0 here, so the characteristic will be minus 1. And for mantissa purpose, I have to take 4 significant figures, that is 72 and 1 4. Now what I have to do is that I have to locate 72 in the column of 1 and then in the mean column 4. So let me hold the book and let me try to find out 72 in the column of, in the log table. Okay, you have to move to the log table. Okay, and 72 will have to be located in what column first? 72 has to be located in the column of 1. And when I'm checking 72 in the column of 1, this is giving me 8579, and in the mean difference column 4, 8579, and mean difference column 4 is giving me 2. This is giving me 2. Now I have to add up these two numbers, 9 and 2 11, 7 and 1 8, 85 81. So and as we know that the mantissa is always in decimal, so when I will be writing it, I have to write 0.8581, So the log of this number is 1 bar, because this is negative 0.8581. Moving to the second part, that is log of 20.37. Log of 20.37. Again we have to calculate the characteristic and mantissa of this number. Now you can see that this number is greater than 1, and it has how many digits in the integral part, or at this stage the students are too young, so they can get the idea that we have to check that how many digits are before the decimal. Here we have the 2 digits before the decimal. So the characteristic of the logarithm of the number which is greater than 1 is always 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part of the number. As this question has 2 digits in the integral part or before decimal, so the characteristic is 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part, or you can turn it in the scientific notation, and you can easily get the power of 10, and that power of 10 will be the characteristic of this number is 1. And for mantissa part, what we have to do is we have to make 4 significant digits, and that will be 20, 37. And now what we have to do is that in the log table I have to locate what 20 in the column of 3, and then in the mean difference column 7. So let me locate 20 in the column of 3 first. Okay, 20 in the column of 3, but let me keep some ruler here under the number, because I can have the fluctuation of the number, and that can give me the incorrect answer. 20 will have to be located, students, in first in column of 3. This is 20, 1, 2 and 3. This is 30, 75. 20 in the column of 3, 30, 75, and in the mean difference column 7. This is 6 and this is 7. This is giving me 15. Now I have to add up these numbers. 5 plus 5 is 10, 7 plus 1 is 8, and 1 9, and this becomes 3090. And as we know that the mantissa of any number is in the decimal, so I will be placing decimal with this, and this becomes the log of this number will become 1.3090. And moving to the last part, that is log of 60.8. Log of 60.8. Log 60.8. Again recall that how many parts do we need to have, characteristic and mantissa, and for characteristic part we have to focus on the number, that whether the number is greater than 1 or the number is less than 1. Here the number is greater than 1, and we have to see that how many digits are there in the integral part. Here we have 2 digits in the integral part, or 2 digits before the decimal. So the characteristic of the logarithm of the number which is greater than 1 is always 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part. So as we have 2 digits, so the characteristic is 1. And for mantissa of the number is always positive. It's in the decimal form, and I have to make 4 significant figures for that. And here the question is having only 3 digits, so 60 will have to be located in what? 60 will have to be located in the column of 8. So let me keep my book 45, and I have to turn the page. Page is 294. 60 will have to be located in the column of 8, and when I am locating 60 in the column of 8, this is giving me 78. 60 in the column of 8 is giving me 78, 39. 78, 39, and as I have to write the mantissa in decimal form, okay, so I have to write it 1.7839. 1.7839. Students, I'm going really slow. Maybe you feel that these lessons are long and slow, but here we have to, in the beginning, focus on the laws of the logarithm, and then we have to check either the book or the log tables to find out the characteristic and mantissa. And the third part of the question will be that we have to find the anti-log of the number as well. So I will be going really slow so that my students can easily get these all concepts. Okay, and this will become 1 by 3 for the calculation purpose. This negative characteristic will be or can be written in this form, plus 0.8581 plus 1.3090 minus 1.7839. Now what we can do is that okay, 1 by 3, these two are the positive quantities, so let me write them in the beginning. 3090 plus 0.8581, positive values, minus 1 minus 1.78. bring some symmetry in your working, and let me, okay, I hope I can complete one step here. So let me hold the calculator, and first I'm adding up these two positive values carefully. 1.3090 plus 0.8581. This gives me 2.1671 minus. Now let me add up these two negative numbers. Let me check my calculations again. Let me keep my calculator right in front of my eyes. 1.3090 plus 0.8581, 0.8581, and this gives me 2.1671, and then I have 1 plus 1.7839. This gives me 2.7839. Okay, always recheck your working. And then what I have to do, I have to subtract 2.1671 from that, and this will give me, let me go up, this will give me 1 by 3 into let me do calculation. 2.1671 minus 2.7839, 0.6168 minus 0.6168. I have to divide this number by 3 now, divided by 3. This will give me 2056 minus 0.2056. Now you can see the value that we are getting is with minus sign, and when I will be taking the anti-log, the log of the negative numbers does not exist, so I have to make this number positive. So what I will be doing, I have to add and subtract the nearest whole number, that is 1, and 1 minus 0.2056. Now what we can do is that log of x equals to 1 bar point, okay, I have to take away 0.20, 1 minus 0.2056, and this is 7944, 7944. And now the characteristic of this number is 1 bar, and mantissa is 0.7944. What is the role of characteristic in anti-log? I will be telling you later. And then first of all I have to locate 0.79 in the column of 4, and then in the mean difference column 4, and see what number comes. So the number x equals to anti-log 1 bar 0.7944. Okay, now when I am locating 0.79 has to be located in what column? 79 has to be located first in the column of 4. Let me reach there in the anti-log table. 0.79 in the column of 4. Let me keep ruler. Okay, in the column of 4 is giving me, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3 and 4. 6223, 6223. And in the mean difference column 4, 6, I have to add them up. 9, 2, 2 and 6, and as this is the mantissa, it has to be in the decimal. So in the beginning, let me place the decimal here, and it's the time to discuss the role of characteristic, as the characteristic is negative. If you have watched my previous lesson, you can recall that for finding the number, the role of characteristic is that characteristics help us in placing the decimal that where the decimal has to be. As the characteristic is -1, that shows that there has to be no 0 between the decimal, there has to be no 0 after the decimal. So the question or the number will be 0.6229. 0.6229. I hope you are clear about this part. Please watch and understand these all lessons properly. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.